probably the best team setup you could go with for the most part for most teams. Oh fuck, what the quests is just Dragon Ball characters. They're pretty good. They're very low cost. They're not great, but in the context of Super Strikes, they really shine. +2 key, attack up, basically links that most Saiyans have, but with a lot lower team cost, which makes them actually usable for events like the Cold-Blooded King, King Cold. Christ, I can't help the hiccup, so let me see. Wow. I really, really, really want to pull this Goku. For the longest time I've wanted him. I don't know if I ever will, but I really wish I would. I really wish I would. I really wish I could, but for some reason, I'm a lame-ass boy. Let me actually change this up. It's good to bring 2 healing items because the key is not really worth it in the long run. You might get 1 or 2 supers, but it's not going to be as helpful as that extra heal. King Cold, though, he's not as hard as Mecha Frieza, at least that's what I've heard. And I played him once, and I don't know, I didn't use as many heals. I don't know if it's because I got lucky, or it's because I'm legit as balls. Either way, I'm coming for that ass, King Cold. Get ready to get lit up with your fucked up face, your nose, your face, your sword. I mean, shit, I think I actually talked about this already, but in the episode when Trunks nukes King Cold and he nukes Frieza, for some reason King Cold went into Genjutsu and he's like, yo, bro, if I have the sword, that's it. Like, I can rule the universe. But once he got a hold of it, it didn't really do anything. And I don't know if this is, like, a fact or if it's just agreed upon assumption that Trunks got his sword from Tapion from that movie. I know movie isn't canon, but come on, you get the general lore of the show. Dude, you don't know how drained I get when I'm talking online, and I'm like, bro, Super Saiyan 4. Like, people be like, what's your favorite form? Like, Super Saiyan 4 is badass, and they're like, GT isn't canon, and it's like, okay, bro, even if it's not canon, you're going to tell me that GT doesn't have the best character design? Because it does. Some of their characters are... I think, honestly, GT has the best characters for villains, for heroes. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 is badass. Baby Great Ape Vegeta is badass. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is badass. Everything is badass. Even stupid-ass Baby with his head where he looks like a foo-foo tuffle. And that's another thing that's interesting about GT. I know, GT isn't canon. You know what would make me happy? And it would just, every day, I'd rub it in people's faces. Is if at the end of Dragon Ball Super, the way Super ends, is that they have them walking to the tournament just like at the beginning of GT. And it basically leads on that GT is canon. Oh, God, please let that happen. It probably won't, but if it did, bro, get yeeted, bro. GT's beautiful. But, one thing that's interesting with the Baby Saga is that the whole idea that he's a lost Tuffle, like he's actually a Tuffle, and the reason why he hates the Saiyans so much is because they destroyed his people and destroyed his planet and basically ruined everything, which is pretty cool. I mean, from a story perspective, that is pretty interesting because the Tuffles, they're not really known for their warrior-like stance. I mean, if you watch that episode when King Kai's explaining the history of the Saiyans and Tuffles, they use like ray guns and like AK-47s in order to thwart the Saiyans, which, by the way, I don't know how strong they are, but how powerful is this gun where it can actually thwart Saiyans when they're not in their monkey form? But either way, it's pretty legit. Let me see. Does this guy have Supreme Warrior? Wow. Grandpa Gohan does not have Supreme Warrior. Drainage. Oh, boy. Yeah, actually, I took off that Master Roshi in order to fit everyone on this team. I kind of miss him. I might just take off that Krillin or take off someone because I really like that Supreme Warrior link going. So let's do this, and let's keep these guys together because they're nice. Let's do that, and boosh. But I think some of the most interesting stories in Dragon Ball Z is when they talk about the past, talk about what happened to the Saiyans. I mean, I don't remember what episode it was. I don't even know if it was an episode. I think it was... Damn, what was it? You know that whole episode about Bardock and how, because the Saiyans were becoming stronger, they had to nuke them, and And the whole reason why Frieza destroyed Planet Vegeta is because he was just scared. I don't remember if that was filler, an actual episode, or a movie. Either way, the most interesting part about that is when King Vegeta, he's like, you know what, I had enough of this. Frieza, he's nuking me. He makes me look like a bitch. I don't like this. I'm a proud. Victory over me is but a delusion, a lethal one. Shut the fuck up. And then King Vegeta's like, I'm a proud Saiyan warrior. I'm not going to take your shit, Frieza. And then he goes over and gets destroyed immediately by Frieza, which is one of the funniest and most depressing moments. And it's weird, like Vegeta's character, it's almost too depressing. Well, not too depressing, but it is depressing when he's fighting. I think I'm just going to go with this. I think I'm fine. When he's fighting Frieza and he gets nuked, and then Goku's like, he comes, and he's like, Frieza, Frieza killed my family, Kakarot. He killed our planet. You must avenge us. And it's like, yeah. And then, oh my god, bro, what was super sad is he goes, as a boy, he made me do what he wanted. I didn't want to be bad. He made me do it. It's like, oh my god. Poor Vegeta, bro. He's just been absolutely battered and abused. Oh boy. Alright, I need the perfect guarded up. But it's just, I don't know. It's so much Genjutsu. Especially when he goes, avenge me, Kakarot. You must do it. And then Frieza just nukes Vegeta. He's like, you know what? Vegeta, it's really sad, but boosh, rest in peace. Hit him with the rest in peace. Vegeta dies, and then Goku's like super tight. He's like, you know what? You know what, Frieza? You're gonna pay for what you did. And then he goes into that whole Kaioken, Genjutsu, and whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is Vegeta's a nice guy. All the Saiyans are nice guys. Not really, though. Let's be honest. I mean, as much as Frieza nuked the Saiyans nuked everyone else, too. I mean, low-key, if it wasn't for Goku, I think Vegeta would still be going around destroying stuff. And you know what's weird? Is that... What's weird is how quickly Vegeta became good. Like, I know, like, eventually he becomes Majin Vegeta, right? And everyone knows that he's like, I used to be a Saiyan warrior. Nothing would stop me. I would kill everyone. I don't give a shit. But Vegeta really started to turn around and become super duper, like, friendly around the middle of the Namek Saga. Like, after they fought the Ginyu Force, I feel like the last time Vegeta was, like, quote-unquote evil is when he abandoned Goku to go do something else. Like, he's like, alright, go fight Ginyu, have fun, bitch boy. I'm gonna go do me, and I'm gonna do whatever I feel like doing. But it's just the fact that Vegeta doesn't really do anything bad after that point. I can't think of anything he does where I'm like, wow, Vegeta, that's fucked up. I can't think of anything. It's not until the Buu Saga, which is a long way. Vegeta does dumb stuff, but it's not really evil. Like when Cell is second form, he's like, all right, go perfect. You can be perfect. That's more of arrogance as opposed to, like, evil. He didn't really want to do it for the sense of, like, making Cell take over the world, for example. He just did it for his own ego. So it takes a long time. It's not until he's Majin Vegeta that he's truly evil again, because even in the filler, if you watch, what do you call it? The Garlic Jr. filler, which is, I honestly like it. I know a lot of people... When I was younger, they used to complain about it and be like, bro, it's draining, but I kind of like it. It's kind of interesting. And in it, basically, I kind of like this. It is an obvious, like, plot hole type of deal, but in order to get around the fact that Garlic Jr. isn't that strong, even though he's immortal, he's not that strong. So that if you watch the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, which I did, by the way, I watched it last week. I watched that episode of Dragon Ball Super, I swear to God, to shit on it. I wanted to watch it and make fun of it. Super Saiyan Rose. That episode was so goddamn good. I'm gonna like see bits and pieces. I already watched all the movies. I'm gonna try to see what I need to watch in order to get caught up. That fucking episode was amazing. But now Zamasu, aka Supreme Kai, if he was edgy, has immortality, and he's also super badass. But if you remember, all the way back in shucks, I don't know when, but well, it's right after the Frieza saga. Garlic Jr. is also immortal, but Garlic Jr. isn't that strong. He's immortal in the sense that he cannot die, but he's not even that strong, because what ends up nuking him is Kid Gohan. So it's kind of weird. I wonder. I don't know if the newest episode. I don't know when it came out. I don't know if I watched it or not. But I'd like to see how they explain Zamasu getting immortality and super strength, because I'm pretty sure that takes up like all your wishes, right? And he's not even that. He's immortal, but he's not all powerful because he needs black in order to accomplish what he needs to do. So I wonder what exactly he wished for. But yeah, Garlic Jr., he was immortal and he was allegedly a badass, but in reality, like, he couldn't even do anything without the... Oh, fuck. Like I was saying, Garlic Jr. isn't even that strong. The only reason he was able to barely overpower Piccolo is because of the Makyo Star, which basically makes him a little more OP, but not even that OP. And even then, I think Piccolo could have nuked Garlic Jr., and they had a lot of, like, plot devices in order to show that Garlic Jr. was weak, but, like, the Z fighters couldn't really do anything to combat him. For example, Gohan and Krillin were kind of weak in the beginning. Somehow Gohan nukes Garlic Jr. later on. But basically what it is that Piccolo, for some reason, Kami has to go do something. And what Kami's doing is making him die or make him super weak. And because of that, Piccolo was weak. And because of that, he couldn't beat Garlic Jr. And the same thing with Vegeta. In order to find the loophole and say, hey, Vegeta couldn't just nuke Garlic Jr., because he could. He was dumb strong. Is that Vegeta goes into Mong Jutsu, and he goes jumping from universe to universe and planet to planet. Not universe, more like planet to planet, looking for Goku. Okay, so he's like, he just goes to a planet and he's like, yo, man, is Goku here? And because Frieza actually held or controlled a lot of the universe, they're basically like, listen, Vegeta, Lord Frieza doesn't like you. And he's like, listen, Lord Frieza's dead, bro. Just stop draining me. I'm just looking for Goku. And they're like, you dare betray Lord Frieza? And then they drain him. And then Vegeta ends up killing everyone on the planet. Like, he just keeps doing this. And the thing is like, to show that he's not evil, like, he kills him, but he's not evil. He's like, I warned you. I did not want to hurt you. I simply was looking for Kakarot. And, bro, the whole time he's doing this, like, throughout the filler, throughout the Garlic Jr. saga, he has high self-esteem, bro. He's like, with my new power, I'm literally the strongest person in the universe. But there's one more, Kakarot. I need to find him, and I need to learn what I need to do to become a Super Saiyan. And that, I mean, the Garlic Jr. saga is weird, but it was oddly entertaining. I really liked that saga. Although, you know, in order to say it's repetitive would be an understatement, because if you even watch the movie, it's pretty much a repeat of the movie. Okay, Garlic Jr., he's the Makyo Star. Okay, we gotta push him in the dead zone. Okay, that's it. Like, the weird thing about this filler is that they kept pushing stuff out, but I didn't mind it because it was so, I don't know, it was so much genjutsu. I loved it so much. Like, when Piccolo became quote-unquote evil, right, from the black, like, the black mist or whatever, he wasn't really evil, but he pretended to be evil, and I'm like, what is this genjutsu, bro? Like, Piccolo's a Academy Award-winning actor. Like, what is this? I swear to God, dude, the Garlic Jr. saga, it's something I watched a long time ago, and I've pretty much forgot everything about it, but once I rewatched it, I was like, wow, this is a strong genjutsu. I recommend it. I highly recommend it. This will put you in a nice jutsu. I mean, I've watched it like a month or two ago, and that's still fresh in my mind, bro. You can't get over this genjutsu. This is the type of jutsu that sticks with you. But that's pretty much the battle. Pretty easy. I don't think I even used any dendes at all. I think I did this twice. Yeah, I did this twice so far. Look at that handsome devil. So I'm probably going to need 14 of these guys when I get him to SA15. And I recommend you farm him because he's definitely going to be useful in the LR Goku Super Strike, because I think there's only 3 int cards you can get early on. King Vegeta, Android 16, and that's it. So maybe it's just 2 int cards, possibly, but then you could have a friend who's int. But yeah, you're probably going to need these, well, not probably, you do need these Super Strikes in order to even participate in the LR Goku event. But yeah, there you go, this event is done, and hopefully World Tournament will be coming out sooner than later. I actually want to play it, but it's whatever.